Well, folks, they've actually done it. The bootleg companies have actually started making bootlegs of the third-party figures. Yeah, this is the... they are marketing it as the Figuarts event exclusive Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. But the moment I got the box in, I realised it was not that at all. It's actually the Demoniacal Fit Shining Soul that bootleggers be bootlegging. So yeah, I genuinely don't know what to think about this. This is setting a new precedent of like sort of war between these companies. It's obviously laziness on the bootleggers' part. Like, they wanted to do a bootleg of the event exclusive, but they couldn't. But they did have the mold available for the Demoniacal Fit version, which is essentially just a clone of the real one. You get where I'm going with this. Right? This is also the same company that done the Ultra Instinct, because they are using the same bootleg 2.0 leg joints. That sort of cobbled together. That's the word I was trying to say. Cobbled together from I don't know where, like genuinely. But yeah, let's get them off the turntable and take a look at the box. So yeah, like I said, the box is literally just a one-for-one copy of the Demoniacal Fit Shining Soul release. Right down to even saying Demoniacal Fit down the bottom. Because of course, it's a third-party figure. They don't have to hide the legalese. So yeah, I love how it... I don't know if they added that or Demoniacal Fit did, but if it was the bootleg company, it's hilarious. Product may vary from photo. You don't say. But yeah, you get a nice picture of Goku there, or Shining Soul as we should say. Shining Soul there, and horrific quality back. Yeah, the less said about the back of this box, the better. They did keep all the choking hazard stuff though. But yeah, box really doesn't have much going for it. It's a straight up copy. So yeah, let's take a look at his accessories, shall we? So in terms of accessories, he comes with everything the Demoniacal Fit 1 does, although much lower quality. Kind of worried like Demoniacal Fit's reputation will take a bit of a hit with these new bootleg versions. But yeah, you've got the Blue Kaioken aura effect, but it's so badly misformed. Like, I do not know what happened at the factory for it to be this warped. Like, I don't get it. It's also very, like, bland. There's not much blue in it whatsoever. But I suppose if you were in a pickle, it would get the point across. Also comes with the two side pieces. Not much to say there. It comes with an array of faces, which once we take a look at them, they're strange. You've got the yelling face, which at first glance, like, the actual eye details are really good. Like, they've copied them really well. But you'll notice he's missing a bit of detail. It almost looks as if he's got a lot of foundation on. And that's when you realise, like, the faces are cast out of a translucent plastic and then painted, instead of just doing the same colour as, oh, I don't know, the arms. Like, really? Why? Why are they painted? Like, it just makes them look horrible. But yeah, the eye details on them all do look really good. He's just Goku's out night on the town, and he's kicked himself in as much foundation as possible, just to try to woo the security guard, I think. But yeah, apart from that, the faces do look decent. It's really noticeable in the base head. I've just noticed. So there you go. You will also notice like the hair is very different to the official or the Demoniacal fit version. So yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Floppy head over there. So yeah, comes with a pair of Ki Blast hands, pair of martial arts posy hands, and finally a pair of Kamehameha hands, one of which is very warped. He should get that pinky seen too, because that's clearly broken. But yeah, overall, like, the accessory count and quality is decent enough. Like, you can't really go wrong with that much. So yeah, first things first, let's bring in the Demoniacal fit version, and because I forgot to adjust the camera, we will bring it down manually. So yeah, as you can see, all in all, they've done a pretty decent job at the sort of pearlescent sheen on the bootleg's clothes. Like, I would have thought for sure, like, this sort of bootleg, they would have just spray painted the entire thing and called it a day. But no, they did actually, like, make sure the skin tones and stuff weren't coated. It's also like a really similar pearlescent coating. The Demoniacal fit one obviously is a lot more vibrant than the bootlegs, but it still gets the point across, to be completely honest. The Demoniacal fit's skin tones and stuff are much better. This one's a sort of yellowy colour, which isn't great. And then you consider, like, the faces are the same colour as this guy, even though they should just be the same colour as their own figure. But yeah, you get what I mean. But yeah, the hair is the most obvious difference, like, at a glance. The Demoniacal fit and the official are translucent, but with a sort of pearlescent coating sprayed onto it, which gives it this really nice sheen and luster to it. Which, yeah, the bootleg, they just didn't bother at all. They went with this really dark, sort of turquoisey blue for the hair. It's coming across like royal blue in the camera, but it is turquoisey. And then didn't bother to paint it, like, at all. It's just completely translucent. And there's the main issue with this figure. Look forward. So yeah, overall, like, they got it pretty damn close. I have to hand it to them. But yeah, let's take a look at him in more detail, shall we? So, main issue off the bat is the neck. The neck peg is laughably loose, to the point where he's a bobblehead. Like, he is just going to flop around all day. I don't know if that's the same on all bootlegs. They are bootlegs. One could come perfect. One could arrive, like, in bits. So yeah. The only other thing I will really point out, because there really isn't much wrong with this guy overall, is that the waist, the crotch area, was back to front, as has been the case ever since the No Name Company back in the day started producing the 1.0 Gokus. Yeah, it must still be the same company operating. Like, there's no way every single Goku figure ever released as a straight up bootleg. Like, apart from the Namek one, but that's a different kettle of fish. It comes with the crotch back to front, like every single time without fail. I don't understand it at all. But yeah, that's easy enough to fix. You just pop the legs off, and job's a good one. So yeah, other than that, the neck itself seems quite long. He's still bobbling about. So in terms of articulation, he can look up that far. He can look down a bit, but he's just going to pop back into place. A bit of swivel and rotation and all that jazz. The neck does move, for all the good it does it. The arms can go up that far. Butterfly joint goes to there, so actually quite good range. Swivel, completely unhindered. Bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow, gets really good range because it's not in properly, it's a bit too long. Hinge and swivel at the wrist, which I dare not touch. You know me and bootlegs. He can arch back that much. He cannot crouch forward at all without me popping the entire figure apart. Like, that was very little force there. Okay. You're going to pop back together for me? There we go. Yeah, do you see? Not everything shatters in front of me. Just my hopes and dreams. But yeah. The legs, bootleg 2.0 legs. They can kick out that far, kick back perfectly fine. They can kick out really well. Like, I'll give the bootleg companies that. These legs might look a bit janky, but they've got the articulation. And as I said before, they can be pulled down in a sort of half and half 1.0, 2.0 style. But yeah. Thigh rotation, double joint at the knee, no boot swivel, old style swivel at the foot, can go back that far, forward that far. Toe is completely loose. It's also the weird sort of hybrid where they just popped it on instead of using the metal peg that the officials do. So yeah, overall guys, like, it's actually pretty decent. Like, I wouldn't say get it if you're just wanting Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, because shock horror, this guy was 15 quid, and the Demoniacal Fit one is still hovering about the 30 quid mark, which means for like the price of two of these, you can get a much better figure. Like I said, it's not to say this figure itself is bad. Like, what I was going to suggest was getting the Demoniacal Fit Father and Son, which is the Goku and Gohan. That comes with the Kaioken head. Pop it on this guy, and you've got a Namek Saga Kaioken Goku. That's probably what I'm going to do with this guy once that head arrives. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Would you say this is a decent bootleg to get? If you're on a budget, that is. I wouldn't really recommend it any other way. But yeah, until next time, guys, I will see you later.